Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our virtual cafe. How did you like that intro?
Great.
We're getting so high tech over here.
I have only one question. That thing looked like a science beaker, not a coffee mug or a coffee carafe.
An air press? I think it was an air press.
Oh, air compressor?
I think it was from some high school that they got.
Oh, very well. Thank you to Lenny Craig, our interim communications coordinator, for putting that together and helping us out with all of our tech stuff there lately with our town hall meetings and everything. So we appreciate it. Welcome aboard there for this interim period. Lenny, we're happy to have you with us. Father Rob, is it okay there? You're sitting kind of in front of the church there. Is that you're not on the sidewalk?
It's a little noisy. I don't know. I can't hear you.
Traffic on L'Esperance appears to be moving slowly.
Yeah. Very slow.
Very slow, eh?
So Kyle Schaefer wants to know, Father Rob, if you're at Max. Is that where you're streaming from?
Where?
Max is the.
Oh yeah. It does look like that, but I think it's just in front of where the sign is. Yeah.
I think it's on the back of a squirrel.
Back of a squirrel. I gave a squirrel a GoPro.
So hi to Osel, to Kyle, to Helena, everybody else who's joining us now. Shirley, lots of people joining in. They like the intro. So hey, we're off to a great start.
Awesome. Good morning to everybody, and welcome, Angela. Is this your first virtual cafe with us?
Yes, it is. I decided to jump on this morning. Hi.
Awesome. Angela Dufo is the receptionist and secretary at St. Simon and St. Jude Parish, and will be kind of the main receptionist. And welcome to the family of parishes when we start in July. So it's great to have you with us, Angela.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. So when you're calling the family of parishes down the road, many times it'll be Angela picking up the phone. So you get to put a face to the name here today, and we'll hear about her role in the family of parishes coming up.
That's right. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Father Phil, how are you doing today?
Oh, just fine, Father.
Staying warm?
Staying very warm. Yes.
Unfortunately, the air conditioner in the rectory at
working.
St. Jerome's quit last night. So we're working on it, though.
Yes. Paul Lachance has got already a ticket in for repairs.
Awesome. And in the meantime, Father Phil has a sandbox in his feet, and he's thinking about the beach somewhere and just relaxing with the heat.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought he might have ice packs under his arms.
Oh, no.
So
Betty.
Angela, you got a lot of people greeting you on our chat, just saying welcome. They're glad to see you. So just passing on the message.
Thanks.
Great. Well, we might as well start with you, Angela. Kind of share who you are, introduce yourself to the folks here joining us from our family of parishes, and kind of your role in the upcoming family of parishes come July.
Sure. My name's Angela Dufo, and I'm from St. Simon St. Jude Parish. And so my role will be similar as before. I'll be, answering the phones, but once we were able to get the VoIP system set up for the whole family, which I don't anticipate will be quite at the beginning of July, but as soon as possible, we'll be able to, or route those calls properly and get you to the person that you need to speak with. And then I'm also, doing the communications section of the bulletin, maybe helping in the English section with Veronique, who is doing the French and English at her St. Jerome parish. Other than that, I'm not sure what else you need to know.
Yeah, well, you're bilingual as well. So no matter what French and English services are offered there in our family of parishes across the board for the different ministries. So if you do want to speak French with Angela, that's possible too. And you're a mom as well.
My mom?
Yeah. No.
What about my mom?
No, you're a mother as well. Yeah.
Oh, I'm a mom.
Yeah, you're a mom. Yeah. No, nothing about your mom.
I thought you said something about my mom. I'm like, what? Is she watching?
Yeah, she's watching, says hello. Yeah, no.
Yes, no, I'm a mom of three kids. I've got two boys who are teenagers, or like 16 and 18. And then I have my little Jocelyn, who's 4. So definitely brings a different dynamic to the household now, just wonderful. and that's and my husband Chris. Some of you may know Chris as well. So we've been married. Actually, I was just thinking about that. This June, the end of June, will be 20 years that we've been married. We got married at St. Simon St. Jude.
There we go.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Little neat connection that we made since becoming family of parishes and talking more often among staff is I knew Chris, Angela's husband. He was a welder in the tool and mold shop. So when I was in the tool and mold industry, I knew Chris Dufo coming in when we were stuck and none of us could weld really good enough to make the part fit or repair the error that we did or cutting off too much steel. The guy you would call would be Chris, and he'd come in and he was just like a whiz at welding and be able to fix a lot of my mistakes that I would do. So that's good. So
yeah, there's always mistakes to be fixed.
Oh yeah. So small world in the grand scheme of things.
And I will just say that I'm more comfortable on the phone than I am on this medium. So yeah, don't feel very at ease here, but I'm doing my best.
You're doing fine. Thanks for being with us today. So we had, speaking about the family of parishes, some great town hall events, gatherings Friday and Saturday. Catherine, I'm sure you have some more info. You were running kind of all of the comments together from the cloud to the lower surface of the level of the computer and then sending them forth into the chat.
I love when you describe what happens in the cloud. It's a little simpler than that. We have a sort of like an app, if you will, that consolidates all the chat. So yes, I was doing that. Thank you, Father. It was really wonderful for me to see both at our French virtual cafe as well as our English virtual cafe, just the response that we had back from people, and by and large, the only comments we had were, first of all, great appreciation for the work of the transition team, the fact that we took such care in going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with figuring out those mass times. People were happy that we were able, I think, to answer all of the questions that did come in that day. But of course, if there's further ones that happen, we're happy to do that. The big thing that we talked about, of course, other than mass times, was how we're dividing our offices. So yes, we're going to have two priests at St. Anne's and two priests living at St. Simon and St. Jude. But of course, then the priests are going to be working throughout the family. So there will always be a priestly presence and a lay ecclesial presence and an administrative staff present at each of the sites, because all of the offices are remaining open. For our own internal teamwork, we've divided the offices according to certain missions or ministries. So we have Saint-Jérôme is really the Francophone outreach hub. Children and family is out of St. Anne's. Youth and adult formation is out of Good Shepherd. And then pastoral care and administration is running out of St. Simon, St. Jude. But that doesn't mean that if you want a baptism, suddenly you have to go to St. Simon and St. Jude, or that if there's youth ministry, that it's only going to happen at Good Shepherd. It's an internal organization thing for the teams to collaborate well. There's going to be French and English's services at the three of the sites, and English service, of course, at Good Shepherd, and services for everybody and all the sacraments and everything throughout. So main thing is you walk to your local parish. You want to chat with the administrative assistant there to get whatever it is that you're hoping to connect with, and you will be served at your local parish there. It doesn't matter as much in terms of the how we're organizing it for ourselves. So,
Awesome.
But we're really excited about the collaborative effort that's going to be possible.
And if you missed the town hall, they're still up there on our Facebook and YouTube channels. You can watch them again. If you have further questions, check out our monthly newsletter. Our May newsletter has a lot of the information we shared in the town hall. But if you have other questions that we haven't answered that aren't in the newsletter, send us an email, give us a call, and we'll get back to you with that along the way. Now, just a word from our sponsor. Betty, do you believe there's any questions from the comments there? We're good. Betty, we have an exciting thing starting up June 9th. Alpha.
Yes, again. We do. We have summer Alpha starting up. It's 8 weeks. It begins June 9th, which is a Wednesday, at 7 p.m. and it's on Zoom, so it's online. So if you go to our website and you find the, go to look for Alpha, there's a spot there to register, and that information makes its way to me, and I will be thrilled, along with the team of people that are going to be helping facilitate this. We'll be very happy to welcome you to Alpha for the 8 weeks. It ends at the end of July. And let's say you can't make it the first week, June 9th, you can still register. You can still be a part of it, even if you register and it's like the second week or the third week. We just would like for you to be a part of this process, a part of the experience where you get to meet other people within the 4 parishes. This is the great part, is you get to meet in a very small group setting, excuse me, you get to meet other people and you get to talk, you get to know them. And it's almost as if, well, you're sitting around a table. It's almost as if they're sitting in your living room, so to speak. But at the same time, you're able to share your thoughts. And there's no judgment in what we do. It's just a conversation. But, we're answering the questions of life, or we're trying to. People bring them up and then we discuss.
Thanks. And so to everybody watching and listening to us, we really rely on you to invite people that you know, family,
Absolutely.
friends who are just maybe asking questions about life and faith right now, to invite them to the Alpha journey. It's really incredible, the transformations that happen and the way people can then begin relating to God in a new way and to one another. And so get in touch with Betty, visit our website, Alpha, for more information and sign up, even if it's online once again, but you can do that on the patio, in your garage, on your lawn chair, under a tree, with your iPad or laptop, whatever works, and still join in. Even though that the weather's nice, we can do so online. Father Mark, June's also the month to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and I think we'll have something for folks if they want to celebrate that devotion there this coming week.
Yes, we will. We did this last year. We want to do it again, to allow families and individuals to enthrone the Sacred Heart within their homes, and to celebrate it and to be reminded of it. And so we'll be giving people the opportunity to do that and to celebrate it and remember. And it's just a wonderful tradition we've had. And I think it's something, the time is right always for us to return to it and really benefit from the graces that come from drawing close to the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
Sure. Beautiful devotion of just realizing God's complete unconditional compassionate love for all of us.
Correct.
Father Phil, I'm reading in the chat, we're getting some comments for advice from some of the kids in the audience about how to cope with the heat when the air conditioning unit stops working. Suggestion of putting your head in the freezer periodically. It seems to work for some of the folks there online here. Do you want to say a few words, Father Phil, to us this week? Last week, we had the announcement there of your upcoming retirement and move to help in whatever capacity you're able to at Holy Cross Parish in London. So I'll just give you the words here.
Yeah, thank you, Father. I'll be moving to London. I've got my own house, so I'll be residing there. And I'll be helping Father Nelson Cabral with as an associate pastor at the only Portuguese parish in the diocese, Holy Cross Parish. I'm looking forward to going, but at the same time, I'm going to miss all the wonderful people that have helped me tremendously with their love and patience over the last 8 months. It's been a short time. I wish I had gotten to know people better, but this pandemic has made things rather difficult. But I've enjoyed my time here, and I want to thank all of you for your love and your patience.
On behalf of all of us in the Windsor-Lake St. Clair Catholic Family of Parishes, we thank you, Father Phil, for your ministry and dedication with us. And we pray for you and wish you all the best for health and everything that you need for your ministry there and in your retirement and your assisting at Holy Cross Parish. And we look forward to when you're able to come back and celebrate a mass in person with a gang here at one of our churches, and we can thank you more formally and as we should there later on.
Thank you very much, Father.
So as everybody knows, Father Steve Marsh is coming our way to replace Father Phil come July. We are waiting to have a conversation with him to see which priests should be living in which rectories. So somebody mentioned, are we doing paper, rock, scissors, or like a Yahtzee tournament or something to see who's going to be living where? Or
Yahtzee tournament would work, no?
Yeah, I think so. Nothing's more objective than a Yahtzee game, really. Yeah. No, we would want to talk about where the
I think it should be by check. How big the zeros can be on that check.
There you go. So we're going to have a good discussion and best see where our ministry is going to lie, like where a majority of our ministry is going to be, and how best to align the locations of our residents with the ministries that we're going to be providing at the different ministry departments at the offices in our family of parishes. So that's where we're going to proceed with that one. So a lot of people thanking you online there, Father Phil, and very appreciative. So we thank you sincerely for all of the help you've given to us and your ministry and dedication.
Thank you.
We're going to go a bit overtime than usual today. Just didn't want to leave the virtual cafe without talking about the topic that we addressed there this week about the great hurt of the discovery of the mass grave of the 215 children at the residential school in Kamloops this past week. We had our vigil ceremony at Good Shepherd Parish. The bells had tolled on Tuesday at St. Anne's as well, and we had the mass at Good Shepherd for that purpose and reason to offer at a local level. I really felt this was important, and speaking on your behalf and our parishes, to offer our apology as Catholics today, even though we weren't there at the time, we weren't part of the decision making, that I still wanted to express our sorrow, our pain, our regrets, our apologies as a family of parishes, and to pledge to do better and to do more in the future. And I know many people commented, well, apologies and prayer services and vigils aren't enough. And I fully agree. They're not enough, but it was a needed first step at a local level for us as a newly formed family of parishes to start off right. And in that time of reflection and of sorrow and mourning with the families who lost those children, who never found them again, and to begin renewing a relationship with reconciliation with our First Nations peoples. And so you'll notice on our Facebook pages that I hope it doesn't get lost, that we have a call to action. We're going to have several call to action items, little concrete things that we can do at the grassroots level. One of them is that many of our First Nations peoples don't have access to drinking water, to healthy water. And so we need to write our MPs and to really make our voices heard that everybody in Canada should have access to fresh drinking water. And so Catherine had put together a post there a few days ago about that and a call to action items. There'll be more along the way and more ways in which we can begin dialogue and forming partnerships with our First Nations brothers and sisters. I don't know if Catherine, if you want to explain a bit more about that. And then I want to go to Father Rob, because he had an experience of a mission trip in a summer experience with the Dene community in the north that he'll share a little bit about.
Yeah, so for our first effort, we're really trying to make sure that the unacceptable situation of 40% of our reservations here in Ontario do not have access to clean water. Many of them, they haven't had access to clean water, drinking water for 20 years. So it's just insane. There is a wonderful organization called Water First. I've placed the description, the link in the description. It's very good. Very little administrative fees. It goes directly to improving the situation in our country in respect to clean water efforts. So we can donate to that. But as Father said, the other big thing is really to start writing our MPs, and it has to be an actual letter. It can't be a petition. That's the big kicker there. To say that this is something that needs to be rectified now. There's no reason in a first world country that we've got third world conditions that are going on, and for so long for people not having access to clean water. People are getting sick. So this is kind of like our concrete action that we on the ground level can be doing together.
Oh, and all of us are learning, in a process of learning. I see Kyle had mentioned in a comment, it's a good opportunity for all of us to learn and share with our kids at an age appropriate level and context about the role the church had in this horrible tragedy as well, along with many others. And just that it's hard for me to put myself in the mindset of the time, and it's impossible. I can't do it. I don't know what we were thinking or what was going on. It's such a counter witness to who we are. And I think it's important for us to know real people and real faces and names from these communities for it to really, for us to understand better where they're coming from. And Father Rob, you had an experience of this a few summers ago, I believe, if you want to share.
Yeah, I believe it was 2016 in the summer. After my first theology year at St. Peter's Seminary, I went with King's College with Father Michael Bayshard, and I think Deacon Jim, Deacon Dennis Rivas was with me as well for that trip. But we went with a number of students across Canada to Fond du Lac in Saskatchewan, which is in northern Saskatchewan, and there's 4 different communities. I can't remember them all, but we all gathered and went on a kind of like a pilgrimage in a small island called Pine Channel. That's what it was called. So Father Michael Bayshard runs a program called Northern Bridge Community Partnership, where he and his team seek to strengthen bonds of communion between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people across the country. And it's a very good experience. There is a class actually at King's College where they prepare for it. They learn all about the Indigenous communities across Canada and the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And then in the summer, they go for 2 weeks to be with the people and learn about them and see what life is really like. There's a lot of joy up there, but there's a lot of struggles too. A lot of depression among the youth, a lot of addictions issues, a lot of issues with pollution and the waters. It's a beautiful area, but they're so used to having clean waters that they could just scoop like a glass out of the lake and drink it. But some of them are actually getting sick from that now. It was just something that their ancestors were so used to doing, and now they've kind of lost. But if you'd like to learn more about it, the website is northernbridge.org, www.northernbridge.org.
Communication with Father Michael there this week on occasion as well. And so we'll send some of that information forth and perhaps another call to action item like that. So we can continue the conversation going forward, and at least from our area here to be agents of renewal and reconciliation in regards to this issue and in relationship and dialogue with our First Nations brothers and sisters.
And so when we're posting those call to action items on our social media, the best thing obviously that we can actually do the action items that are there first and foremost, but secondly, to raise awareness is simply to share those posts so that more people can, and invite people personally to come join you and join us in making those things happen.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us here this Sunday morning. Always good to be here with you virtually. People are still asking, when can we go back to church in person? We're still waiting on that news and everything. Timeline is still looking like early July, mid-July. But if anything changes, once we know and Bishop Fabro, gives us the directives and everything, we'll let everybody know as well as we move forward. So have a blessed Sunday, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.